The Hunter Brothers proudly present Hunting for Funny. Hello folks and welcome to episode 19 of the Hunting for Funny podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jack, and we're on a quest to find a funny in life.
Yes,
Sorry,
we are. And the quest to have a sip of tea.
I was going to say I'm having a sip of tea when I was doing my intro. Sorry, that's unprofessional.
Well, I give you a warning, you know, that's all on you. It's all on you. So after your sip, I'm going to ask you, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm not too bad, thanks.
Before we listen to your drivel, if you listen to this podcast, do us a favour, subscribe. Over half of the people who listen don't subscribe, so just do that now. Sorry, go on. You were saying about you, Mr. Me.
Do your own work. Yeah, sorry.
No, right. How's it going?
Yeah, my week's been all right.
Good.
Yeah,
that's good. Good news.
It's been okay.
Okay.
It's been a little bit stressful, a little bit up and down,
that's
a little
fine.
bit left and right.
That's
life, isn't it?
Exactly.
So, what can you do?
Exactly. You just
yeah. So I've been to training. I'm not allowed to do so much training because I've got like symptoms of like, they call it long COVID, but I don't really have that many symptoms. I just get lightheaded when I do a lot of cardio.
Yeah. Just
so I've got to go for some. Yeah. So I'm just going to go for some testing on Monday.
Okay.
In Manchester. Apart from that, all good, all gravy. I've got a punch bag up in the tail tennis hall now that I can go mad on. So any frustrations I can just take out in the punch bag, which I quite enjoy actually. It's quite nice.
Speaking of cardio, that'll knock you out, won't it?
Yeah. I got really embarrassed though because like we trained next to the GB boxing, so I was going mad in the box and I had my headphones on, so I didn't see anyone was there.
Yeah.
And there was just one of the like heavyweight boxers standing there just encouraging me, and I was like, "Oh, I've embarrassed myself. I feel like I've embarrassed myself."
No, it's good. It's good to get a bit of encouragement from a professional. That's what you need sometimes. Just a bit of a poke in the right direction by somebody who knows what they're talking about. That's pretty cool.
How's your week been? Have you got your dressing gown on, by the way?
I have. It's bloody cold in here.
Absolute legend.
That's what I do.
I respect that no end.
It's my Assassin's Creed dressing gown. Live by the creed, it says. I always wear this. It's just comfy at home. Because normally this study where I do the podcast and do my work and stuff when I'm doing like personal work, it's either really hot or really cold. It doesn't really have it in between. At some point it'll change from cold to too hot. So this will probably come off. But at the moment we're in the cold phase. God. So yeah, it's how I do, man. I'm a baller. To be fair, I've already been out today. I've already been dressed. Today, the first time in ages, I went out.
Nice. Where'd you go?
Just the hospital. Wasn't anything fancy. Just Whiston Hospital for an appointment. Nothing super fancy. But yeah, it's just nice. I'd never been there before. It's a nice place. But yeah, I was in and out. It took about 6 minutes total. It was awesome. So yeah, perfect.
Say hello
appointment.
to the doctor. See you later.
Yeah, lad, I'm alive. Yep. Right, see you later. That's pretty much what it was. Yeah, I went in, did a little scan thing, went, yep, there's a heart. It's still working. Like, sweet, see you later. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's like a pre-appointment for another appointment, you see. So there's not like a big deep dive thing. Okay. But yeah, no, it was nice to get out for a bit, get a bit of fresh air. Yeah. And they had a Costa in there, so I had a Costa coffee.
A Costa, bloody hell! Have you tried the chocolate orange Costa hot chocolates?
No, I had the ginger and cream latte. Gingerbread and cream latte. Oh.
See, I had the chocolate orange one because me and Lucy love chocolate orange. Yeah. And we had a pack that we'd go and get one when it opened, but we haven't had a chance yet because obviously things going on. Yeah. But I was pushing back from town the day it opened. I was going to the pharmacy going back, and I went past the Costa and I thought, you know what, I could get a cheeky Costa whilst Lucy's in work here. So
that's a bad move.
I nipped in and got one. I'm not sure she knows, so hopefully if she listens to this,
you're gonna get hit.
It was a few weeks ago. So
is she in the apartment now?
No.
See, that's why you're brave. So. Yeah. If she listens, see, I think you're lucky. I don't think Lucy listens to this.
No.
Whereas I know Charlie normally listens to this, and she listens within punching distance.
Yeah.
So I've got to be careful what I say.
Thing is, though, Charlie's going to tell Lucy. I can feel it. So
definitely. Yeah, that group chat's going to get full of slander. That's just how it is, though, isn't it? They band together. Them lot.
I couldn't resist because you get a little piece of chocolate orange on top of your hot chocolate. Nice.
Yeah,
it's like in a packet.
It's like that with the gingerbread latte. You get a little mini gingerbread man on top.
Yeah.
So I crunched him down.
I like gingerbread, you know.
That's nice. It's good stuff. I like soft gingerbread. Like when we used to go to Manchester Christmas Market, the first few times we went, they had like giant gingerbread men about that big, and they were made of soft gingerbread, and it lasted 2 days. It was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, other than going out today, there's not been a whole lot going on this week. I got the PS5 though.
I was going to say it's a big thing.
That's a big one. I'm so happy about that. It's funny because when we got it from Amazon, and it said, arriving Thursday and no other information. Yeah. And then I saw all my friends were getting like emails saying, good news, it's definitely coming tomorrow. It's on the delivery slots and whatnot. And I'm like, I've had no information from mine.
Oh god.
And so I was just waiting, and it kept saying arriving Thursday, but it's done that before, and it's arrived like the day after. So it's like, oh, for God's sake. And then eventually it got to like sort of 12, 1 o'clock, somewhere around there. I'm like, this still isn't here. What's going on? And then it popped up saying it's going to be between like 3 and 6.
Oh god.
It's like, oh god. All right, so at least it's arriving today. At least it's got a slot. But I knew it would be like 5 to 6 or something before I got there.
Jesus.
But no, luckily it arrived 3:15, bang on the dot.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
And it's funny because the guy, he left it on top of the bin for me. You know, most parcels do at the moment because the bin's right next to the door. And he was going back to his van. He went, happy gaming. He said, I've delivered so many of these today, I know what's in them now. Because it's not a normal like Amazon size box. It's like, it's a fucking unit, this thing. So it's like, it's just a weird shape and size. So he knows he's delivered 200 today. You know, he knows what's going on. He knows what's up.
That's why I'd never like get anything delivered that's like discreet packaging from any companies, because postmen know. Like postmen just know, don't they? They know what's in there.
When they pick it up and it flops, they're like, this isn't discreet. It's a black bag, but we know what's in it.
It starts vibrating when you press it too hard.
Oh God, you're disgrace. But yeah, other than playing a PS5 and being a full-on grown-up like that, I actually did become a little bit of a grown-up this week. I bought stocks. Stocks? Well, 0.02% of stocks. No, I've already got them. No, stock market stocks. Like 0.02% of some stocks.
Nice.
I spent... me and Charlie like, let's make a game of it, and we got one of the stock apps.
Oh yeah.
And you can make they call it a pie. You can make a pie. So say like you can say here's a tenner, split it between however many companies I put in the pie, give each one whatever percentage, and then just show me what they're doing. Yeah. So we did that, and so we put 15 quid in each. We actually put £2 in each first.
Okay.
Then we kept adding to it. So it's 15 quid, but it's split between like 9 companies or something like that. So
nice.
There's no money in any of them really. But it's just when it's that low an amount, it can just be a game, you know. So
exactly.
At the moment, me and Charlie are like, I'm 23 pence up, you know, which I'm at the moment 23p I've made.
Nice, that's not bad, you know. I've looked into stocks before because I you see these adverts on YouTube. Is it Trading 212?
That's
and
what
all
we
them
use.
Sort of adverts.
That's the app.
I've had the app and I've tried the virtual money one. I haven't got a fucking clue what's going on.
It's best to avoid it if you haven't got a clue.
Well, I'm trying my best to research it because I want to do what you do, like to put a tenner in. Like I'm not rich or anything like that. So I just want to put a tenner in and see how it gets on.
Yeah.
Just confused how it works. Really confused how it works.
I have no idea how it works. I just know that I get green numbers and red numbers, and if they're green, it's good.
Right.
So that's pretty much it. So if I lose my £15, then I paid 15 quid for a game. Yeah. That's how I said to Charlie.
Exactly.
I'm basically paying 15 quid for a game, and I'm having fun with it. And if I make money on it, awesome. Like I said, 23p at the moment. I could sell my stocks, get a cool 23 pence.
Nice. What are you going to spend your 23 pence on? Alfredo?
At least 12 jellies.
Oh, 12 jellies.
I've got to go to Mr. Sims to get the proper penny ones, but at least 12 pennies. Penny sweets.
Do you reckon you can get a jelly snake for 23p? Probably not.
Actually, they'll be like 50p these days, probably.
Yeah.
I love jelly snakes. I've not had a jelly snake in so long. But speaking of snacks and treats and stuff, the lovely folks at Dark Side of the Spoon.
Oh yeah.
Doing treat box deliveries because they've had to close because of the Rona. The second lockdown. They can't do takeaways, which they thought they could, but apparently something happened. It must be something to do with the market, and they can't run as a takeaway for whatever reason. So what they're doing instead, they've got Dark Side of the Spoon, the dessert place, and they prepare the desserts like at home anyway. So
nice.
Well, not always, but some of them. They've got the facilities, I should say. So they've started doing like delivery boxes of snacks. So we got one because we said to them, can you deliver to us? I know we're not in the area, but
we're further away.
We're buddies. And luckily they said they would do, which was nice. So it came with like a little cupcake, which I sent you a picture of. Had the world's most amazing icing ever on it.
It was good.
I had like a little
clip up.
Yeah, it had like a little iced ice cream on top of it, and then the icing itself was like really thick, like almost, I think it was like buttercream. It was really good. And then they also give 2 biscuits that were shaped like Darth Vader and Boba Fett, or the Mandalorian. And there was a little millionaire shortcake and a bit of chocolate as well that they'd made. It was really nice. Nice little treat box for like a tenner. So I thought, can't knock that.
Do you know last week when you said like, who would you want to be sponsored by the whole world?
Yeah.
Dark Side.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Can we get Dark Side and Cafe de Universe to sponsor us?
Ask them.
Did he watch the podcast?
Yeah.
Do you want me to sit here and do a little plug now?
If you can.
I'll practice my adverts.
You're low quality, but we'll deal with it.
Low quality but high quality burgers.
Oh, there we go.
Freestyle.
Low quality customer, high quality burger. Hey.
I'm a reprobate, but I love me meat.
Yeah. I don't think that would.
Please can you sponsor us because we love your products. That's our advert.
Oh god, yeah, no pressure. All right.
Let's clip it. Andy, please, love you. Follow you on TikTok.
Well, maybe you're making me feel awkward now.
Discount code wheelchair and baldy. Can we do that as wheelchair?
Wheelchair and baldy. That's not how we do. That'd be a good one, actually. I like that. I mean, HFF is a nicer one, but wheelchair and baldy will do, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Just a free bag of chips. I'm gonna take a free side of
free
chips.
Bag of chips. You're that desperate for a bag of chips?
More or less, yeah. Not the drag queen, the chips.
Oh yeah, Bagger's awesome. Match better. Yeah, but yeah, this week as well. The other day I was sat here doing my November streams. I've been doing them art streams.
Yeah.
I was doing one of them, and Charlie going into the bathroom to have a bath, because it's a good time to do it because I'm busy, not using the bathroom and whatever. And then I was just working away here, and then I could just hear no, and then I was like, what the hell's going on? So I switched it to the Be Right Back screen and ran off to the bathroom.
Yeah.
The bloody cat had jumped in the bath. But like, because recently he's been sleeping in the bath for some reason when it's empty, because he gets bored, I think, because he's just old and he's stuck inside. So he finds different places to sleep, and that's his new thing for the day. Yeah. So at the moment it's the bath. He just sleeps in there, and he jumped up while she was filling it, and apparently he didn't quite go in. He just sort of saved himself, realizing that there's water in there, and then jumped back down, and then for some reason decided to jump back in, but this time straight in the water. And so the poor lad scrambled his way out, and he was soaking. So the bathroom was covered in water. He was full of water. So I basically had to wrestle him with a towel and try and get him before he buggered off, because he could put it everywhere. And yeah, he was not happy. He wasn't remotely happy. He was damp. I couldn't get him for the rest. And then eventually he just slept on the bed and soaked it in, I think. But yeah, stupid sod.
Is my camera froze?
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Let me fix this.
Oh.
You can filibuster for me. I have to fix this.
Filibuster?
Just start talking.
Hello?
There we go. You're too late.
Please come.
That's a song. I mean, I don't think you know the difference between verse and spoken word, but whatever.
Your
internet quality is pretty terrible today.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Virgin, sort it out.
Yeah,
if you're listening, Richard Branson, get your act together.
I wouldn't speak to him. He's distance yourself. Right, so for this week, Jack.
Yeah.
He just strikes me as that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Get ready. Allegedly. What has been bugging you this week, Mr. Sir?
Right. What's bugging me this week is stupid idiots out in public. That's what's bugging me.
That's where they live.
Yes.
Why? What have they been doing now?
Because I was in Tesco's last week doing my shopping on my own.
Yep.
So I grabbed a few bits, loose in work, whatever.
Yeah.
Woman at the checkout, she's got one of them green lanyards on, which means don't wear a mask. Now, I'm not judgmental, but if you can't wear a mask, why are you not shielding? I don't understand the difference between not shielding and not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Because if you can't have a bit of covering over your face, then you're probably going to die if you get the virus. Anyway, so she's there doing this checkout stuff, shouting about to everyone, gives 3 dry coughs into her hand, continues to scan onto my stuff. So I was like, cheers for that, love. That's me 20 minutes anti-backing all my shit when I get home now.
Was she the clerk?
Yeah, she was the checkout woman, and she was coughing on my shopping, basically. So she said, oh, I'm choking on my water. She didn't sip any water, so I don't know what she was doing. So thanks for coughing all of my shopping, love, you dirty scrub. And then she decided to nicely pack all my shopping as well. So not only she coughed in her hand and swiped it all through the scanner, she's also packed it for me. Jesus, I said thank you, because I thought, I can't say not thank you, but equally, you just coughed all of my shopping. In
a pandemic, you can say, oh, this has all gone back on the shelf. Oh, no, put it in the bin.
Yeah,
incinerate this shit. You've just spread it.
What? So I had to get home and I anti-backed everything.
Yeah.
And then obviously wash my hand and all that stuff.
Oh, good job,
But
mate.
What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Like,
listen, I get some people, for some reasons, can't wear the mask. Okay, there are very few. Some are like that. But some are just fucking chances. And if you saying you can't do it and you're still not shielding, as you say, or you're not being careful with it, just go away. But I mean that deserves a. I'm not one to complain like formally, but that deserves a complaint.
Yeah.
Call them, say no bed until 4.
Yeah.
Get her off.
And she also annoyed me as well, because the woman in front of me, she had a child at the school uniform on,
right?
And she asked for like our shopping was like £7 and just with £2 cash back. Like, we've all been struggling in times or whatever. So like the card got like didn't get the climb, which had to swap cards, and the woman, the till woman's like rolling her eyes, and the woman's going, "I'm so sorry for everyone behind you," and saying sorry to everyone. I was like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I was about 2 minutes away from paying for a shopping. It was only like £7 or £8, and I thought, you know what? Because I've done it before in shops. You know, when someone's scrambling.
Yeah, you do, don't you? That's what you do. Yeah,
just what you do. Yeah. But the woman's like rolling her eyes, and I was like, "You're an absolute cow. Like, sort yourself out, will you?"
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
well, at least now you know what she looks like. So if you're ever there again, just don't go to her till.
Yeah, exactly.
If they say, till 4 is ready, I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll go to till 6. Let the bint on 4 do what she does.
Or I'll let her scan it all through and say I don't want it anymore and just walk off.
just play the wheelchair card so they act loopy.
Yeah.
And then you got to commit after that point because you can't then go back. But you can be like, no, this is how I always was.
I'll just start screaming and throwing eggs.
Yeah, that's more vandalism than disability. I'm not sure you can really get away with that.
Yeah, you never know.
You don't know till you try, do you? God loves a try, as they say. God loves a try. Fair enough. That's a good thing to be bugged about. Some prick trying to spread the Rona.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least hopefully you've got a bit of a buffer going on with the immunity because I don't know how long it lasts.
See, there's talk about this because I spoke to Nan and Grandad this week, by the way, and my dad on FaceTime.
Oh, right, that's nice.
So I enjoyed that. It was the first time I spoke to my dad in probably ages, and my nan and granddad as well, because they live in Liverpool. I'm a few miles away. So,
and they'll be shielding as well.
So my dad was shopping for my granddad, and we quickly FaceTime whilst he was in the house.
Nice.
And they were dead happy.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
they were really good.
Yeah.
Granddad was asking about you and stuff, so doing well. And I spoke to our Danielle, so it's been a very family-oriented week.
Lovely, very nice indeed.
Yeah. But what did you say? I can't remember what you were talking about.
I said about
immunity. Sorry, immunity.
About how long it'll last.
Yeah, because I was talking to my dad about this, because he said, you might have immunity. But I shielded with Lucy for 2 weeks when I had the Rona, obviously. Mm-hmm. And obviously she didn't go to work and all that sort of stuff. But she had the antibodies test and she didn't catch it at all. Like, she hasn't got any sort of antibodies.
Yeah, it's not a guarantee that you'll get it.
So I wonder if I had a weak strain, which means I haven't got the antibodies.
Well, no,
I didn't have it much.
It's more of a case of you had it, but you were asymptomatic, so you weren't coughing and spreading it.
Yeah.
It's only spread through droplets, so
true. Yeah.
As long as you're not coughing about the place, you're not going to be spreading it directly. As far as I know, you're not just going to get it by being near you. But the fact that if somebody is near you and you're talking, because even just talking spreads droplets, you can't see them, but it does. Yeah. But like sneezing, coughing, whatever, that spreads them way further and more of them. Yeah. So as long as you weren't like talking like at Lucy, if you know what I mean, and you're probably normally not even looking at her when you talk to her. That's how you do. You're like, whatever, shut up, bitch.
She was quite paranoid. She was like, there's no kissing, there's no cuddling. You got to sleep after facing away from me, and we can't sit closer. I was like, well,
it worked, didn't it?
It did work.
It worked, so you can't really knock it for it. But it's the whole immunity thing. Hopefully
I've got a bit of immunity, but I don't know whether. So say if I've got the immunity, I might not get it, but can I pass it on?
Pass the immunity on?
No. So say, can I pass the virus on? So say if I got it now, could I pass it on but not have the Rona?
No, if you've got the immunity, you couldn't catch the virus, but you could carry it. So on your clothing or whatever, if somebody coughs nearby and they've got it, and the droplets are on you, it's the droplets that have it. So if someone would then tap you on the shoulder or whatever, and then they've got an itch, it just spreads.
Oh, okay.
So that's the whole point of keeping distance from people, is to prevent the distance these droplets can travel. Because 2 meters isn't far enough really to stop it. It just reduces it by a lot. It's the biggest fall-off point for the reduction of the spread and whatever. So, I think that's people don't understand.
Can we do a public service announcement to coronavirus and tell it to fuck off, please?
Yeah, Rona, I'm busy. I mean, just do one. I've got shit to do, man. I've got plans. Yeah. I'm so sick. I'm sick. Right, you know what? I didn't even have a What's Bugging You this week, but now I have. Right, I'm up to the fucking gills. I'm putting life on hold. Now, I'm glad. I'm happy doing it. I'm glad it's happening. And I'm glad parts of the world are recovering because we're not polluting it so much. I'm glad that some people, I was going to say are dying. That's not what I meant to say. I'm glad I'm glad the numbers of the population are reducing in a way that doesn't involve murder. But
this stuff's just strange.
I don't like this. There's too many people. So rather than rampages and encouraging that kind of stuff, just let nature take its course. But I'm kind of sick of plans that I've had for a long, long time being disrupted further, which I'm not going to complain about the fact that they're getting disrupted, because what we're doing is the right thing, the lockdown and whatnot. Like I said to you many times, I've not really changed since March. So we've always been in lockdown. There's not changed. So when the second one was announced, I'm like, cool, what does that mean for us? Nothing.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. Yeah.
But if everyone had that mentality, we'd be in a much better position. But people the problem is people are just, they're resistant because they're being given instructions and they don't like authority. But it doesn't matter what rules are in place. The virus is the virus.
Yeah,
exactly. So if the government says, oh yeah, you can go to the pub until 10, but after 10, fuck off. The virus is out. Like, the virus is there the whole time.
Yeah.
Don't go to the pub and take your mask off and chit-chat with your buddies because you can. Don't pretend you're in a bubble with them or whatever because you're meeting up with your mates. It just spreads it. So, yeah, I don't know.
No, I know what you mean.
It's annoying.
Because we're very lucky that we can carry on working. We're still getting salaries during the run and stuff. And it's great, that sort of thing. So it's not impacted us as much as it probably has impacted other people.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely impacted people badly.
But everything's subjective, isn't it? And stuff that, like, I know you had big plans this year, I had big plans this year. It's very frustrating. And it gets to the point now is I do want to get back to normality, and it's not the social distancing, it's not the shops and all that sort of stuff. It's just the fact that, like, we don't see you, like, once a week, but it's the fact I can't come and see you once a week, or it's the fact I can't go and see my mum, or it's just the fact that I'm restricted and stuff I want to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's very frustrating. I just want to do what I want to do, basically, and it's very difficult, isn't it? And you've got to be responsible and all that. But yeah, but at least we're playing Overwatch once a week, and I killed you about 25 times in Overwatch.
That was fun. To be fair though, like, I don't mean to just blow my own horn. I was on a fucking blinder that night.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
that was the best I've played in years.
Yeah,
and I blame the higher frame rates on the PS5. I'm just saying. I've always been hitting the shots. I knew I was always hitting the shots. There was a delay, and now the delay seems to have gone, and the shots are hitting.
Nice.
Was it 37 kills in a match?
Yeah, 37.
40 is my record, I think. So I was happy with that. And then
you're up there.
You teamed up with Charlie as Mr. Torbjorn, Mr. I'm going to put a turret down and get all my kills after I'm dead.
But that's how you win, Chris.
It is. It's If you win by cheating, you still win.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I do sometimes. So let's move on to our next section because we're already 20 minutes in and we've still got the top 5 to go later as well.
Perfect.
So, Jack, who was your idiot this week? We've got our delicious yet shitty cupcake.
Yes.
Who is your putrid, rank, shit-infested base of a cupcake?
Oh, nice. I enjoyed that terminology you've done there.
Putrid is nice, wasn't it?
My idiot this week, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed it in the shops, and it brought back memories of how shit it was. Do you remember? Do you remember them salt and shake crisps?
Oh yeah, with the little sachet in them.
Why?
Just plain crisps with salt.
Yeah. So it was crisps that had no.
Let's make crisps an activity.
Yeah, it's crisp with no seasoning on, and you got a little packet of salt. You put it in, and you meant to put it in, and then shake the bag. But what happened is you put it in and shake the bag. You get a mouthful of salt in your first one.
Yeah. And a bunch of broken crisps underneath.
And they were the same price as what a ready salted bag would be. So why were they a thing, and why are they still around?
I didn't know they were still around. I thought they were gone in the 90s.
I seen them in the shop, and I was like, I just got a vague memory of being in school and thinking, why are these still a thing?
Yeah, it's like it feels like a wartime treat. You know, like you go to one shop and they've made like thin sliced crispy potatoes, and like, oh, that'd be nice. And you get one of them, and you go, I've got a life hack, guys. Let's go to Steve with his salt mill. And
exactly.
Steve, gives a gram of salt. Here's a shilling. Oh, look at this. Watch. Tatties, salt. Nom, nom, nom. Like, that's how it started. That's how it would be invented.
Yeah.
But it's not how it should be in 2020.
No.
2020.
Because crisps are convenience food. You don't have to. It's like saying I'd love a cake, but giving you all the ingredients. Like, I'm all right.
Or even like here's a vanilla sponge and here's some icing. It's like, great. Yeah. Can you make me a cake? Because you've given me a cake base and a cake topping. I want a fucking cake. Yeah,
like pre-Rona, it used to annoy me that when you get a cup of tea from a cafe and then they say like, you put your tea bag in the hot water and then they say the tea.
Oh, they send you off with a bag.
Yeah, no, but they're like the sugar and the milk's over there. Well, thanks, brother. I asked for a cup of tea, so surely you should be making that. Like, don't give me a cup of hot water. Surely you should be putting the milk and sugar in.
Yeah, no, that reminds me of a Bill Burr bit he did ages ago, where he was pissed off about Subway, and he was saying about I want lettuce, tomato, and mayo on rye.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, okay, well, the mayo's just over there. He's like, well, will you go and get it then? Because I'm fucking paying you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like it's the same thing. It's annoying doing part of somebody else's job.
Yeah, it just makes no sense. Like.
Yeah. Especially with the cup of tea, it's like 4 ingredients, absolutely max. 4 ingredients, 2 of which are the water and the tea bag.
Yeah. If I ask for a black cup of tea, then that's what you'll get. You'll just get water in a tea bag. That's what I've asked for.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I've asked for a cup of tea, and they say how many sugars do you want, and they give you the sugar. Yeah. So you've had it in your hand.
So you've got to put it back where they just give you it.
Exactly.
But empty. It's like, all right, you give me it. Okay, I'll stand here. I'm going to put them all in and give you the packets back. Yeah. So why couldn't you do that before you give it to me?
Yeah, exactly.
Jabs. Absolute jabs. That's good. That's a good idea. Yeah. People requiring you to construct your own shit.
Yeah, stop it. That's
Don't
basically
like
what I'm saying.
snacks.
Stop it. Yeah. What's your idiot of the week?
My idiot of the week is someone I saw on some footage that's recently been restored. Apparently this footage is quite famous. It's from 1970, and it recently got restored into full 4K. They used AI to fill all the gaps and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's really nice resolution. And basically it was about a beached whale in America somewhere in the 70s, literally 1970. Right. And it's an area where apparently years and years ago, before that, whales would beach all the time there. It was just that kind of area. But it hadn't happened in so long, nobody could remember what to do with a beached whale. Because it's a whale. You can't just be like, let's just push it back in. It's a big fucker.
It's a big whale, yeah.
Yeah, it's a massive big ass whale just dead in the beach, just full on gone. And so the thing's decomposing and whatnot. They're like, what can we do with this? It's attracting wildlife,
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, well, we think we can push it back in, but we don't know how we're going to do that, basically. Then apparently they considered chopping it all up, but then they realised that the manpower involved, they just couldn't do that. Then they thought maybe we'll bury it, but then they're worried about something would dig it up. So they're like, well, what can we do with it? So some genius and some other genius approved this, right? Yeah. Some genius went, I know, I've got dynamite. Let's blow the fucker up. Right. And so they said, what they're going to do? What the guy, there's a news reporter asking the guy, okay, so how much are you going to use? Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
We're just going to put a whole bunch of it next to it. We're going to dig a little trench, put a whole bunch of dynamite next to it. And what it should do is it should disintegrate most of it on site. It'd just be particles because it's dynamite. It does that shit. And then whatever's left, the seagulls will probably come and collect. It's little chunks and stuff. Like, okay, in theory, that sounds like a semi-okay-ish idea. Yeah. It's batshit crazy, but it just might work. Well, anyway, they do it. They put up so much dynamite, it's like a freaking nuclear explosion. But the thing is, because they just, for some reason, I still don't understand this, they dug a little trench to the right of the whale, because it was kind of leaning right. They're like, okay, if we do this, it might blow it towards the ocean, because it wasn't that far from the water, it was just beached. Right. So they're like, okay, that might help it back into the water, and also will blow up the bits that it doesn't blow up, And anyway, they blow this thing up, and it is just a mushroom cloud of red and flubber and everything. And it's landing in chunks for 3 minutes. It was that high up. All you can hear is all around. And this car park, everyone got told to go a certain distance away from the explosion. They needed to be at least 4 times further away. There's a car park which has been peppered in bits of whale. One guy's car is caved in because a bit of whale about 2 foot wide just plummeted onto the car. Luckily he wasn't in it because he would definitely be dead. I'm not kidding, it wasn't a dint, it was flat.
Wow.
And then they went back to the whale and there's half of it left just chilling. Just didn't even touch it because of the amount of fat on it. The dynamite just blew the side off it, basically. So the funny thing is, it didn't work for starters, and the plan of having the seagulls eat the bits, the explosion scared the seagulls off, so none of it worked. So they had to just cut up what was left and go and bury it somewhere.
Wow.
But it was just so stupid. Apparently it's famous beached whale footage. I'd never heard of it before. But I thought that's definitely...
That is mad.
That's definitely one for the hero of the week.
Imagine being that guy in the car, coming out from the pub going... What the fuck? What? There's a full whale.
Unexplained, that'd be weird. That'd be very weird.
Ringing the missus, can't come home from the pub, love. I've got a full whale in my car. Yeah, get it out, get home.
I remember seeing a picture years ago on the internet, back when viral pictures were a first thing. Yeah. And it was the same kind of thing, a giant dead whale, but it was on the back of a truck. They were moving it somewhere. I don't know where to or from. Yeah. But basically, it had decided to just blow up whilst it was driving along. Because they inflate when they die, everything does, and then it popped on the motorway or whatever, in the city street, and so it's just a horrible sight of just entrails and everything along this road. Some poor car was covered in it. It's can you imagine driving along going, shit, that's a whale, look at that, and then the next thing you're covered in it, and it's putrid. Oh god,
that is grim.
You can't think of a much worse day, can you?
That's just my luck on my driving test in a few weeks. Something like that will happen to me when I'm doing it.
Hey, instructor, look at that, there's a few dolphins on the back of that one. Oh Jesus.
Oh god,
terrible. Yeah. So that's my idiot. So that leads us neatly onto our hero, Jack. Who's your delicious icing to top off the shit cupcake this week?
Well, number 2 hero didn't quite make the list. It was going to be you, Chris, because you got that many kills in Overwatch. I thought, you know what,
it was heroic.
You were going to be the hero of the week, but it topped off by yesterday's breakfast because we bought crumpets, and crumpets are my hero of the week.
Fair enough.
I've not had crumpets. I've not had crumpets for absolutely years.
It's funny you say that because I had some the day before, and that was exactly the same situation. I've not had them for years.
Like, how nice are crumpets? Like, why are we not eating them more?
I don't know.
Why are they not a staple?
They should be on the regular
life. Yeah. Like, I just enjoy crumpets so much, and I don't know whether they have them in America. So a crumpet is like, I don't know how to explain it.
They call it an English muffin, I think.
Oh, I thought English muffin was like what you get at Mackey's with the top.
Oh yeah, that is an English muffin, isn't it? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know how to explain a crumpet. So a crumpet's basically, it's not bread, is it? It's like
it's almost like bagel dough, but kind of like with holes in it, and I don't know actually. How would you describe it?
Yeah, it's just strange taste, but you put butter on it and a wire butter, or you can put lemon curds up there for me as well.
I forgot about lemon curd. I've not had that for ages.
Incredible. Or you could go the other way and get Philly. You can get Philly on crumpets.
Maybe that's more of a bagel.
Incredible.
Philly on a bagel.
Philly on the bagel's nice, yeah.
That's the one.
But crumpets, I had 3 of them, not gonna lie. Too many crumpets for breakfast.
I had 3. Yep, we had 2 each. They come in 6-packs. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah,
I made 2 each.
That's how big we are.
9.
We got a 9-pack.
No, ours is a 6-pack. So I made 2 each for me and Charlie. We got a 4-slot toaster. Not flexing, just telling you. And so I made that, and we had our 2 each. And I said to Charlie, like, she was like, "That was amazing." I said, well, you know what? We've got 2 more. Let's go have another one.
Just go for it, yeah.
We just had them because fuck that. And it's funny. She was like, how come we didn't just make 3 anyway? So because we've got a 4-slot toaster. So I can't just add 2 more slots and make us 6, can I? Doesn't work that way. She's like, can't you fit 2 in one slot? Like, no.
No, because you'd have to get a knife out and then you'd struggle.
Never put a knife in a toaster.
Yeah, I was going to say you can blow yourself up.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember doing that as a kid.
Nice. I remember you blowing the door off a microwave as well.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah, never try and hard boil an egg in a microwave, folks. It just blows up. Also, don't put it in for 3 minutes if you're going to do it. Apparently, if it ever does work, it'll be like in 6 seconds or so. So yeah. Oh man, that was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea. I didn't know you could put holes in an eggshell. That would work apparently.
The full door came off.
Yeah, it was great. That was the scariest thing I've ever experienced, or one of them.
I just came back from school and you're just sat there shaking.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
It was fun though, you learn by mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes. I learn from them.
It still wasn't as funny as when we came home and you put your head through the front door by accident.
Oh, jeez. I forgot about that. Until you mentioned that like a few months ago, I completely forgot. Yeah, I was carrying shopping and there was 2 steps up to the front door and the front door had like glass panels on them. And I just tripped on the bottom step and butted the bottom glass panel. Luckily, I wasn't really hurt from it, but it paved it in. So. Anyway, past my stupidity.
God. Yeah.
Onto my hero.
Yeah, what's your hero of the week?
My hero of the week this week is my lovely wife Charlie for letting me hog the PS5. She's, to be fair, she's currently nicked my PS4 game Yakuza, Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
She's playing that because it's like an RPG for the first time, so she's loving it.
Okay.
Because normally it's a different kind of game. It's still got all the same style. It's got the same sense of humor and everything, but it's an RPG, so she can take time doing attacks and things. It's not like fighting skill. It's just doing attacks. So she's loving it. It's really good so far. But because she's so buried in that, she doesn't mind me being on the PS5. Even though she did beat me to get a platinum on it.
Oh wow, how she managed that?
Platinum trophy. There's a game called Astrobots, which it comes with the PS5, and it basically introduces you to the new controller and stuff, to all the new features it can do. It's really cool. But she did a whole bunch of like speed runs and things to get the extra points, and it gives you trophies, and she got the platinum trophy.
Yeah.
So
she's good on games. To be fair to her, she's
great,
good on games. Yeah.
So she's my hero for letting me play the PS5. She's probably on it right now, actually.
I was going to say, she's probably listening to this right now on the PS5, chuckling to herself.
Probably, yeah. Probably. Right, fair enough. So that's our Idiot and Hero of the Week. So let's move swiftly on to our top 5 list this week, Jack.
Top 5
is... Wait a minute, I need to... What am I doing? I've got to go to top 5. Boom.
Oh, nice.
So as you can probably see directly above us, this week's top 5 is top 5 Netflix shows. These are shows that are on Netflix, hopefully shows that originated on Netflix, but whatever. Oh, nice titty jiggle. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. I don't even, I'm not going to lie, I don't even know why I said that. But yeah, so this is our top 5 Netflix shows. So Jack, do you want to start off? Who is your number 5 show that is on Netflix?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just vibing with the music.
No, it's a good vibe. I like it.
So my Netflix top 5 necessarily isn't the top 5 best programs on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's the top 5 programs for me that
that you can remember.
Well, yeah,
that was my problem.
No, but no, but it's like shows that I've got a connection to because I remember watching them in the situations I was in. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay, cool. That's good.
So like I remember watching them, and so that's why I've put out there now.
Okay, fair enough.
So
nice justification.
Yes. My number 5 is a program called Ultimate Beastmaster.
Yes.
Have you seen it? No, not the one with The Rock. No, that's Titan Game Jump.
Oh, yeah.
Which is equally really good as well.
I have seen Ultimate Beastmaster. I just get them mixed up.
So Ultimate Beastmaster, I didn't know what it was, but it's
so the one with the international.
Yeah.
One of AKB48 is in that. Akimoto Sayaka. She's one of the Japanese ones.
Because the CM Punk's one of the people who's one of my favourite wrestlers. Anderson Silva, one of my favourite UFC fighters. Who were he's in the commentary booth. And it's basically, it's Ninja Warrior, but 10 times harder with 10 times better people. Yeah, basically, exactly.
If you had to win a fight to get into Ninja Warrior, it's this.
It's unbelievable. And I remember watching it. I was away somewhere in a training camp on my own in a weirdy country. And I remember just binge watching it after training. Getting up in the morning, feeling like Rocky, thinking I could
exactly.
do monkey bars.
Take on the world.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good show.
Honestly, it's really good, and it surprised me because I thought it was one of them things. I thought I'd give it one episode, and we'll see how we get on. And then I ended up watching the Ultimate Beastmaster, and then I watched the Ultimate Beastmaster Great Britain, who's like the opposite way around.
Oh, right, I didn't know that.
And yeah, there's 2 of them. So
is that all really soft pudgies?
Yes, it's more or less like the qualifying one for the proper one.
Right, I see.
But yeah,
that's a good idea.
But I really enjoyed it actually, and they should do it again.
Yeah, they probably will. I mean, you can do that socially distant, can't you? Just give it a wipe down with anti-bac afterwards, because it's not like you're next to each other all the time. Yeah, you literally go individually.
How do you anti-bac the ones like in the middle? Do you know the ones where you got to jump?
What you do, like you get some badass. You get whoever won the last one, and they have to have anti-bac gloves on, and they just swing through everything. So they just quickly rub it on the way past. Get some anti-bac shoes for the jumping pads. Yeah, sorted.
Barry Scott from the Sell It Bang advert. It's just bouncing around.
He just drops that. He descends from the heavens and then goes back up. And then someone with a fire hose washes off all the Sell It Bang. That'd work a treat. I'd be up for giving that a go.
Should do that.
What we should do, you know those have you ever seen the car washing hose adapters where you can get like a little shampoo stick that you put in it and it sprays like foamy water on your car? Yeah. You should get one of them, but like attach it to a fire hose. And put the stick would be like that big, like a big massive, like a cannon bullet shell thing, and they use one of them and just foam it up, right nice.
Good idea,
That'd be good. Make it harder as well. Yeah. Don't even clean it off, just leave it.
Be slippy. So you go second, unlucky. Just
good point. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Good show. Yeah.
So that's my number 5. What's your number 5 this week?
My number 5 this week is Santa Clarita Diet. It's a comedy show. It was really good. Unfortunately, it only lasted 3 seasons and then they cancelled it for some stupid reason. It's got Drew Barrymore in it. It's got the dude who plays Hitman. I always forget his name, but he's really funny in it. And it's great. It's about this woman who, she's a realtor, so she sells houses and stuff in America. Yeah. In Santa Clarita, which is the place. And she just falls ill one day and just throws up like a lot. And then this little ball comes out and like, what the fuck's this? And for some reason, then she is basically undead, and she has to eat people. What? Yeah, she just gets a craving to eat people, and it's really weird. It's a great show. That's really funny. It's got some cracking like cliffhangery moments, and it's so well cast. Like the whole family in it are really well cast. The family's neighbours and friends. The chemistry between them is really, really good. And I was super, super sad when it got cancelled because it was just getting really, really good. Like it's one of those weird shows. The first episode I watched it, I was like, I might watch the second one, but I don't know. Yeah. And then I watched the second one. I don't even remember why because I wasn't overly fussed. But then, like by episode 3, I was absolutely hooked on it. It was a weird kind of intro to the show, but then once you're in there and things are happening, it's really, really good. Yeah. So I highly recommend Santa Clarita Diet to give it 3 episodes. I know that's a lot of time. It's like an hour and a half. Yeah. But just it's worth it. Trust me. There's 3 seasons of it. You won't regret it. It's a great show. Really funny stuff.
I might try that.
Yeah, give it a go. Awesome.
That's what I like about our dynamic is because we're so opposite. We just like swap programs and like the stuff on Netflix I would never even Google that I watch and then vice versa. Like it's brilliant.
Oh, trust me. There's some stuff on this list for you. So, what is your number 4, sweet dear brother?
Number 4 for me.
Yes.
Is Breaking Bad.
Nice.
Not Breaking Bad. Sorry, no, not Breaking Bad. Prison Break.
Nice.
Breaking Bad was going to be on there as well, but Prison Break. That's what it's called.
Prison. Okay.
Prison Break. So
maybe nice. I never watched it.
We'll do that. You never seen Prison Break?
It never intrigued me.
Oh, mate, it's good. I thought that as well.
Yeah.
So Prison Break, going back to the nostalgia thing, I remember.
It wasn't the late 90s.
Sitting on me. No, it's not. Well, I watched it probably about 4 years ago, and it's basically a program about. There's two brothers. One brother's in prison. One brother's like really, really intelligent, and it starts off. He's looking at the blueprints of the prison, about to get his brother out, basically, and he gets the blueprints tattooed on him, so he knows the way around the prison, like underneath the pipes and stuff like that.
Right.
But there's like literally the end of the episode, there's like a mad cliffhanger, and you think he can't get out of this one. Next episode, he's out of it somehow. Like one of the episodes, he gets battered, and I think he leans on a pipe or something, and it burns the tattoo, so he can't see where he's going.
Oh no!
And you're like, well, how does he do that then? So honestly, it's a mad program. I remember sitting in my undies eating a pot of noodle watching Prison Break.
Life doesn't get more exciting, mate. I mean, you hear rumours, you hear about these thrill seekers in life. You know, the skydiving, the bungee jumping. You're like, have you ever sat in your undies eating a pot of noodle watching Prison Break?
Exactly.
That's a thrill.
Yeah.
Is that fair enough? That's good though.
So I enjoy Prison Break, and I recommend you go and watch it.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
4 seasons, I think it is.
Isn't that coming back? Am I right in thinking that's coming back soon?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's probably a film. It might be a film or something. I'm sure it got mentioned fairly recently because I hadn't heard it for years and years. The name. And then I'm sure I heard it recently for some reason. So keep an eye on that. Cool.
Yeah,
all right, so number 4 is good?
Yes. What's your number 4 this week?
My number 4 is going to be a weird one. But I highly recommend you watch it. And it is a very weird show. But it's awesome. Right. It's only 1 season. It's quite short. I highly recommend it. It's called Kantaro, the Sweet Tooth Salaryman. Now, this is about a Japanese guy who fucking loves desserts, right?
Nice.
He loves them. He bloody loves them. To the point where I think he almost gets sacked from his job because he's spending too long at lunch because he's trying to decide what dessert he wants. You know, it's stuff like that. So he's a really highly qualified guy, but he gets this job as like a book salesman. So he goes to work for a publisher because the reason being, he noticed that all his favourite dessert places in Tokyo are all within certain regions. And if he works for a certain publishing house, he can go and visit customers between these stores. So in between visits, he can go get himself a cheeky little dessert. And it's great because these are real locations he goes to. I think it's partly funded by Tokyo Tourism Board. So they actually do have real locations. And I've been to 2 of them. I was so happy. We actually went there. We sat where he was. We ate the food he ate, and it was definitely worth the reaction he has. Now,
that's mad.
There's certain points. It's a really funny show, like really funny. But there's certain points where it gets really fucking Japanese. Like, it'll just, for example, he'll take a nibble of something, and rather than going, that's tasty, he'll be like, oh, and then it'll cut to this different scene, and he'll be some giant, and there'll be like cherries dancing towards him, and then it'll just be dripping in syrup and stuff, and it's weird. And then he doesn't just like eat the food and enjoy it. He has like a braingasm, and like you kind of see the fantasy play out in his head, and it's fascinating, but it's so funny. And if you ever do, like, you'll want to go to the places where he's eating. And there's a couple. Actually, I tried to get you to go to one of them. When you were in Asakusa, there's a place that sells what they call hotcakes, which is just pancakes, basically. But they were easily the nicest pancakes I've ever had.
I wish I went now.
They were made. It's just one woman runs the shop. Right, she runs it on her own, all day, every day. So she opens when she can. It's roughly 12ish, but she gets there when she can. She does absolutely everything. She makes the coffee, she makes the pancakes, she takes the money, she gives the change. And it only holds about 6 people, which means it's always busy. But the care and love and attention she puts into every hotcake is ridiculous. And you can just taste it. It's so nice. All you get is 2 pancakes and a bit of butter. That's it. But it's still easily the best pancakes I've ever had. And the coffee was delicious as well. But yeah, I saw it because of that show. And there's another one. There's something called anmitsu, which is like a traditional Japanese dessert. And it's a little bowl with like some they have azuki beans over there, which they have as a sweet dessert. It's like in sugar. It's like in a sugar paste kind of thing. Really nice. And they have like little cherries, and they have like agar jelly that they cut up. It's like clear jelly. And then they put this little syrup on it. And my God, it's so good. Like, we just demolished it. It took seconds. It was really, really nice. And I saw it on that show. I'd never heard of it before that show. And yeah, so I highly recommend it. Stick with the weirdness because it gets proper weird. But stick with it. It's definitely worth watching. I highly recommend you do watch it. But yeah, that's my number 4. So it's a weird one, but yeah, 4. So what's
no, it sounds good to be fair.
It's great. Give it a watch. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is probably complete opposite to your number 4. It's Ricky Gervais's Afterlife.
Oh, I love that show.
So
I've not watched season 2
yet. It's really good. So I watched the first season, and it's one of them programs that like I don't often get stuck into series too much, and it's not Lucy's cup of tea to watch them sort of series. Yeah. So I would let him when she's fell asleep, whatever. Just watch an episode or 2, and it really gripped me. Like it was funny but poignant and very realistic to real life, but really funny at the same time. Like it's you can really relate to what he's going through, but equally it's hilarious as well. So like, and some of the stuff had you creasing, some of the stuff's got you crying. Like it's got everything in it as well. Ricky
really, it's so well
really
written.
Talented writer.
Yeah, I think that's his strongest. That's his strongest point. I think is writing.
Yeah.
Which he's going to say himself probably, but it's such a good show. I know there's 2 seasons of it out now, and he's working on the 3rd.
Oh, nice! I've seen season 2, and it's really good.
I haven't seen season 2 yet. I really want to, but the problem is, it's such a show where the mood can go in any directions. These past few months, I've only wanted comedy, really. So I've kind of avoided watching it, just because I don't need to go further down certain paths. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll stick with happy stuff. But yeah, well, I'm looking forward to watching it.
I think I cleansed Afterlife with Bill Burr's Paper Tiger after
I've
watched it. So I was like, I'm just gonna have to give it the old ship cupcake here and have the good stuff on the top. That's what I had.
The bit he has about the way no means no, but not always.
Yeah.
Like that bit was so well crafted. Yeah. I'm not gonna do it because I can't do it justice. But go and watch Paper Tiger if you haven't yet.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's a pretty solid number 3 there, mate. I like that. So good job.
Yeah, what's your number 3? Sorry, what's your number 3? I was
just waiting casually. My number 3 is Stranger Things.
Ooh, I've never seen that, you know.
Oh, get it watched. You've got 3 seasons to catch up on. Season 4 is coming soon.
Everyone says that. I've not seen that, and I've not seen Game of Thrones.
Jesus
2 things I've not
Christ.
seen. Yeah.
Well, Game of Thrones is going to take you a while to get through. There's 8 seasons of that. It's an hour an episode. But Stranger Things, it's just so well made. The aesthetics of it as well are fantastic. Like I've always enjoyed the 80s stuff, but I've never really been sort of proper into the 80s style, the synthwave and all that kind of stuff. But after watching Stranger Things, I watched the remake of it, because of what Stranger Things. It had the same kind of vibe to it. Actually has one of the guys from it as well. But I wouldn't have watched it otherwise. And then I watched it and loved it, and then watched the sequel and whatever. So it kind of spread out. But yeah, Stranger Things, it's so well written. I think it's the same kind of thing with the Ricky Gervais stuff. It grabs your attention and you just want to know what happens. And it's almost like watching a video game to me, because of the way things sort of play out. It's like that's how I would have played a game.
Like Goosebumps, the books, but you're not playing.
Kind of. But I'm curious to see what they do the next season, because they ended the last season on a cliffhanger, like a pretty major one.
I hate that, you know.
I hate when they do that and they get cancelled.
I was going to say all together, because I can't wait like 6 months for a program. I'm too impatient.
I think that happened in Santa Clarita. I'm pretty sure it ended on a cliffhanger.
Oh God!
So it pissed me off to no end. But yeah. Oh no, wait. I remember now. Santa Clarita Diet did end on a cliffhanger, but the writer put out like a tweet saying, "Here's what we were gonna do. Here's what was gonna be the next season." And so it kind of closed things off in your mind. So that was good.
At least you know it's done, yeah.
But yeah, Stranger Things. It's just got an air to it where it's its own. Like it's got its own quality level, its own kind of podium that it's on. If that makes sense, like. I don't know how to describe it, but it's definitely a league above a lot of shows. It's like Breaking Bad kind of quality, you know. But it's a different kind of avenue. So yeah, Stranger Things is my number 3. So what's your number 2, mate? What's your silver spot? What you nearly did it?
My silver spot, which I think it might surprise you a little bit, you know, my silver spot.
Go on.
And it is Tokyo Diner.
Oh yes, I love that show.
Tokyo Diner.
Is it Midnight Diner?
Midnight Diner.
Tokyo Stories.
Tokyo Diner, Midnight. Yeah, that's the one. Whatever it's called. Midnight Diner.
They're all the same show. It's just 2 seasons of it.
Yeah. So it's a program that I wouldn't necessarily gravitate towards watching.
Yeah.
But Lucy's mum's gone through a phase of like loving Japanese stuff off the back of this program.
Always good.
So she recommended it to us, and it looks like the most tranquil, the best place you could ever go to. Yeah. And I just want to be there so much. And it's basically like a diner, and it's similar to what you said about the pancake place. It's like six seats, isn't it? 6 and 8 seats. Mm-hmm. There's a guy called Master runs it.
Master.
He doesn't have a menu.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have a menu.
Just has
he
ingredients.
just cooks whatever he's got in, and then you just ask what he wants, and if he's got it, he'll cook it. Yeah. And then it goes through the stories of the people that come in and why they've picked that meal, and the music in the background. And
It's
shout
so
out to
good.
the people because it sounds like you singing. And I said this in the first
you know what's
episode,
funny?
like,
when you told me
like
that, I was like, no, it doesn't. I've watched like 4 seasons of it, and then I watch it back. I was like, shit, that's me. Do 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 do. Yeah, it's such a good show. Really go watch it if you haven't yet, people. It's
and it just. Do you know if you've had a stressful day?
Yeah.
Chuck one of them on because
you can't be stressed watching it.
Yeah,
and
it's
episode
very,
one
very
is
Japanese.
Episode 1 is weirdly diverse as well. Like you don't expect it out of the gate. You've got like this really like super gay old drag queen in the middle of Tokyo, which isn't particularly accepted anyway to start with.
Yeah,
LGBT is still pretty new there. Apart from the people who are in the community are normally underground or have been in it for years. Like this guy, he's been in it since forever, and he runs his own like gay bar and stuff. But yeah, it's the stories that they go into are so good. And they're so short. It's just little slice of life.
Exactly, yeah.
There's no
continuity.
continuity.
The stories off within the 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And I love stuff like that. Like, apparently that's pretty common with like anime and stuff as well to have just a slice of life. So nothing actually happens. It's just you're watching somebody enjoy the day. And I like that.
It's so good. Yeah, it just relaxes.
It's just passively. I need to watch that again tonight. Actually, I've not watched it in ages.
It makes me fall asleep. I can only watch like 2 because it's just like go. If you feel
I was so happy when you said that it was on there, like, and it's called Tokyo Stories. Like, no, it's not. And I looked, and it turned out it's because that was the first 2 seasons. And then it got bought by Netflix, and they created the rest of them. But they didn't get the license for the first 2 seasons until like 3 or 4 seasons into the Netflix one. So that's why they added it as Tokyo Stories, like a separate little thing. So yeah, it's really good. I love that show.
It's really good, and I just want to go there so bad, and I just want to go to Japan and just be there.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back. It's gonna be so good. I'm gonna take it to one of those izakayas.
Yeah, I'm gonna visit you more than I do in England when you go to Japan.
That's fine.
That's my aim.
That's whatever. That's good for me. Good by me.
Like I'm gonna go there until my visa runs out because I'm not living there, and then go back and then get a new visa and come back. Mate, that's my plan.
Just FYI, that's 3 months.
That's all right.
No, I'm saying you've got a lot to do. I don't think you can skip 3 months of training.
I could just train in Japan. It'd be all right.
That's true, actually. Yeah, train with the enemy.
They've got table tennis in there, haven't they?
Yeah.
They
do.
We'll be all right. We'll do that.
Does Japan have table tennis?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does England have tea? Does Japan have tea? Oh, big circle. But yeah, that's a really good number 2. I like that. So
yes.
Very well deserved silver place.
What's your silver place? How can you top that as your number 2?
My number 2. This was difficult for me to decide if it was going to be 2 or 1 because I adore this show. It was the absolute happy place of shows, and it got cancelled, which made me super triple sad. It is The Good Place.
Oh, I've never seen that either.
You need to watch The Good Place. It got cancelled after 4 seasons. Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically, the gist of it is, I'm trying to think how to describe it without spoiling it because I've not watched season 1 in so long I forget what to spoil and what isn't. But basically, the idea is that when you die, you either go to the good place or the bad place.
Right.
So it's not heaven or hell, it's good place, bad place.
Yeah.
And what determines that is points that you've scored whilst you're alive. So the premise of the story is that somebody dies at the exact same time as somebody else.
Yeah.
And they've accidentally gone the wrong spots. So the person who was just a bitch her whole life is waking up in the good place. And she's got like high ranking points. Like she's a freaking saint. And so she's like, I don't belong here, but she didn't tell anybody that. She's just trying to live through her life. But it's such a funny show. The characters in it are fantastic, and there's the sort of the plot evolution. I'm not going to give spoilers away. But the plot evolution keeps you wanting more. And again, 4 seasons in, they decided to cancel it. I do not know why. It was just a stupid idea.
Oh, wow.
Hopefully they bring it back at some point because it was so good. But it's got Kristen Bell in it. It's got Ted Danson in it. It's got proper lineups.
Oh, nice. Me and Lucy are looking to watch something on Netflix soon, so we might bung that on, and have a look.
Trust me, you'll get hooked on it. I'd say watch that before you watch Santa Clarita Diet because it's a better show. That's why it's higher on my list.
Okay. Yeah.
But these are all very close. My whole top 5 is very close.
Yeah.
My number 2, The Good Place.
Yeah.
Definitely watch it.
Nice.
Nice. Who is your coveted golden badge of honor number 1 spot for top 5 Netflix shows?
I think it's another one as well that you're going to be very surprised at, Chris.
Is it Love Island, the reunion?
No, it's not.
Is that on Netflix?
Not quite. It's Spirited Away
Oh
Studio
wow,
Ghibli. Yeah,
it's a film, but I'll give you that.
yeah,
Okay.
but I'm gonna have it because on Netflix.
Netflix shows specifies right there. Shows, but whatever.
Netflix
Boom.
programs, and there's
Shows.
there's two parts to this story for me. So
Okay.
I
Shoot.
remember, so I went through a bad stage in my life. We well documented in papers and all that bollocks.
Yep.
I remember coming home to Lucy, and I was not feeling very well, basically, and she put me on the couch, wrapped me up in a blanket, put the telly on, and she put Spirited Away on. And I'd never watched any sort of anime. I'd never watched Studio Ghibli. I'd never watched any of that.
With.
And I literally just sat there, and I was like, it was like serotonin just going into your veins. Like I was just one of them, like someone let all the air out of me, and I was like, okay, this is a bit better now. So and I just remember that night really clearly that we had a takeaway, and we watched that program, and cause I couldn't sleep at the time. I was going through, I was going through like nightmares and all that sort of stuff. So we just lay on the couch, and she said, "Go to sleep if you want. Don't go to sleep." It was about 2 a.m, and we just watched that program, and it was really, really good, and enjoyed it. And the second half of that as well is I went to Japan probably about 3-4 months after this, and I felt bad because Lucy's always wanted to go to Japan.
Yeah.
And when I got the call I was going to Japan, I was made up, and she was made up for me, but equally we weren't going together. It was one of them things. So the last day in Japan, I searched around the whole of Japan that I was in, and tried to find a Studio Ghibli shop that I could buy some stuff from. Buy her a Totoro and buy the stuff from Spirited Away. So I couldn't find it anywhere. I was ringing you all the time trying to find somewhere.
I told you all the spots I know.
Like on and off all the tubes and stuff like that. Trying to get to these different mad places. Managed to find stuff at the airport, and I bought her like a massive Totoro, bought her like a little one, and a cup with Spirited Away on. And I remember getting home and showing it to her, and she just started crying and saying thank you so much. And it was like a full circle moment for me of going from like both ends.
Kind of repaid it back.
Yeah, and it was just amazing. And I can't wait to take her to all the Studio Ghibli stuff, and it opened my eyes to Japanese stuff as well. And that
is fantastic. I'm so glad that happened.
So yeah,
that's great because that kind of experience, that film in itself is the reason it's held in super high regard, and for good reason. Hayao Miyazaki is the guy who does the best Ghibli films, basically. He's the director. He's retired, I think, 9 times. He just keeps coming back. He's like, I'm done. Last one. Fuck it. And then he'll be bored at home, like, I've got another one. And then he'll come out with an absolute banger. And then another banger and a banger and a banger. He's never done wrong. But yeah, that is one of the better ones. And it's such an enthralling film. You can't stop watching it. There's confusing bits, like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on, but it was just the way. It was just the colours. It was the vividness of all the stuff. It was like the bathhouse.
It's more of an experience, isn't it?
Yeah,
the bathhouse stuff is insane.
Yeah, like the way the big massive things in the water is going everywhere, and it's just a mad film, and it was one of the things that just took my mind off it. So
if you're ever sitting there thinking, you know what, I've not cried in a while, then go and watch Grave of the Fireflies.
Okay.
Studio Ghibli, fucking hell.
Yeah.
That is easily the most depressing thing I've ever seen. To the point where I was watching it in my proper like man mode all the way through.
Yeah.
Just holding it back.
Yeah.
And then like something towards the end just got me. And I made this sound I've never made in my life and started bawling. Like I kind of tried to laugh because I was about to cry.
Yeah.
And it was more like a and I just started bawling. And then so me and Charlie just hugging on the couch, both in absolute floods.
Aww.
And it's the only time I've ever done that. But it was Grave of the Fireflies, easily the most depressing film I've ever seen. But stunningly beautiful, but like really, really, really sad film.
Because I've seen House of Moving Castle as well, I think it's called.
Howl's Moving Castle.
That's the House of Moving Castle.
That's a great film. I love that with the fire sprite.
So out there. Like, what is going on?
It's great.
I really enjoy it.
Well, when you go to Japan, go to the Studio Ghibli Museum.
That's what I was trying to find, but I didn't get a chance.
It's not that far out from Tokyo, but you have to book it before you get to Japan. You can't buy tickets whilst you're there as a foreigner.
I think it's one thing with Lucy when I'm going to go, because I went to Japan but I didn't see a hell of a lot. I went to like the crossing and stuff like that, but I didn't see a hell of a lot, which is good. Yeah, which is good because I can go with Lucy now and do
exactly. You can experience it the first time with her.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's all about. It's experiencing it. It doesn't matter if you get pictures or videos. It's about experiencing the moment. If I didn't Ghibli Museum, you're not allowed pictures or videos. It's a strict rule because the idea is that you're meant to discover it like a child would. That's the point.
Yeah.
So it's designed like a playhouse. So you go in there. There's no there is a map, but it's not really a map. It's Just explore. And that was the idea, was that Miyazaki said he wants somewhere where it feels like you're just a kid exploring and discovering new things.
Wow, that sounds incredible.
They've got something in there called a 3D zoetrope, which I've seen videos of years ago when I was doing teaching, but I never saw one in real life, and it's amazing. It's basically, do you know what a zoetrope is?
No clue.
But you know the old animation technique where they'd spin like a barrel with a slice of animated card in it, and you'd look through a slice and you'd see it animate. Yeah. Well, a 3D one is where they've got models on a massive big platter.
Oh, wow.
And then it spins, and then whilst it's spinning, a strobe light is flicking at the same rate that's spinning.
Wow. Yeah, yeah.
And so it looks like it's moving. Like, holy shit, that's real.
Mad.
It's so cool. Easily one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Wow.
But yeah, Spirited Away, mate, that's stunning.
Yeah,
I've got plans to go to the bathhouse that's themed on.
Nice.
It's a real. There's 3 locations that apparently make up that bathhouse throughout Japan. That's based on it, and I'm super keen to go there because I love bathhouses. They're great places. The smell is amazing. It just smells like sulfur and warm air. You know, it's great. But yeah, we'll have to go one day. We'll find it. We'll give it a bash.
Yeah, definitely. We'll go there.
Nice.
We'll do a video series of discovering things in Japan.
That'd be good. Yeah, go to Ghibli.
We'll do that. That's the one. Hunting the Funny Tokyo edition. We'll be on
Tokyo
there.
Drift. That'd be great. That'd be just you. The picture could be you in your chair sideways with flames coming off the back, and then me at the back like, you left me, or like holding on to you by the head or something. I'm doing that. All right, awesome. That is a very worthy number 1.
What's your gold medal spot? The best thing on Netflix, in your opinion, ever? What have you gone with?
My favourite show on Netflix, my go-to for just turning off and enjoying. It's the same kind of thing you were saying about Tokyo Stories, the tranquility. Yeah. It is Terrace House.
Terrace House. About this,
It's kind of like, I never like calling it like a Japanese Big Brother because that makes it sound shit. Yeah. If Big Brother wasn't shit, and it wasn't super scripted and stuff, like it would be Terrace House. Basically, they get a bunch of people, and you can come and go as you please. You can still go to work, but you live in this house during the time you're there. You leave when you want to leave, when you decide it's time for you to go. So you go there with a goal. So say, for example, you're a shy person. You want to come out your shell a bit. You can go there. Or say, you've got this fashion brand that you're trying to get running. So you go on the show, get a bit of publicity, and when you start seeing your Instagram views go up, you're like, all right, well, I'm off. You know, it's a really weird idea, but it's so nice and tranquil, and it's amazing to me because you just get to see sort of actual Japanese conversation. Yeah. There's little pushes here and there from production. But basically, what they do is the people live there the whole time, and the cameras turn up once or twice a week. So what production will say, for example, if you're planning on going on a date with somebody,
do it on them.
They'll say, "Can you just do it on a film day?" Because then we'll go with you, and then we can film it. So it's not like super scripted, and I absolutely love that show. My favourite one is the first season that I saw called Opening New Doors. It's Terrace House Opening New Doors, and it's set in an amazing place. I forget what the name of the place is now, but it's basically in the woods. And it's like it's this gorgeous house, nice big garden. You just get so attached to the people in the show that when they leave, you're like, no, because you'll just see them having a conversation, and they're like, I want to speak to you about something, and you go, oh shit, I know what's coming. Like, I'm thinking of leaving. Like, oh no, come on, man, you're just getting going. And sometimes relationships start in it, sometimes they don't. It's not a dating show, but quite often people will start dating.
Organically sort of happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you see some really interesting people, and it was cut short last year. We were enjoying the newest season. And, it was cut short because unfortunately there was a really bad incident with Hana Kimura, the Japanese wrestler. She was on Terrace House, and there was a scene that happened where somebody accidentally washed her outfit that she wore during the Tokyo Dome, like their version of WrestleMania. She got to wrestle in it finally, and somebody accidentally shrunk it in the wash. And she got really upset, as you would. And apparently because of that incident, a bunch of online trolls were bullying her, severely, to the point where she took her own life. So the show got cancelled, and my favourite show's gone. But it's coming back. Just they cancelled this current season because Rona happened as well. So they couldn't. It was kind of that timing. It's tricky. But the show itself, don't let that hamper it. There's, I think, six or seven seasons. I recommend starting with Terrace House Opening New Doors. It's a great season. And you want the people to do well. They're just nice people. Usually. Sometimes they're arseholes, like, I want you to go. I don't like you. Get out of my house. But it's great stuff. Definitely go watch that.
Nice. I'll have
especially
a look at
if you like Tokyo Stories. You'll like it. Midnight Diner. You'll like it. So that's our top 5, folks. Top 5 Netflix shows. So let's get back to the big screen. There we go. We're back. The magic of editing, folks, without the edits. So I think that's pretty much us for today. Have you got any questions or anything you want to say to the people at home before we bugger off?
I just want to say thank you so much. Still, I'm going to say it every week. I'm going to say it every other week that's going, because
also subscribe.
We really appreciate people to listen. But please fucking subscribe.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of views on YouTube, but not very many subscribers.
We fluctuate between 60 and 90% of people listening are not subscribed. So just subscribe.
Okay.
It's dead quick.
Yeah, just please, easy. We want to get to 100 so bad, because we want our own
42,
URL.
I believe.
42, and that's
almost halfway there. Well, you can do it, folks.
Yeah.
I believe in you. Just
so
8
please,
of you. Just 8 of you. Just click it.
Yeah.
And,
even if I've only watched this episode first, click it and you never watch this again. Just please subscribe. Just please.
Yeah, maybe not. All right. But yeah, I appreciate you all as well. Just so you know.
Yeah, but thank you, because it's good, because we're not talking to ourselves. There's people listening to this, and if you listen to this, thank you. I honestly
forget people do listen. So like,
yeah,
I sometimes it feels like I'm just doing the podcast and like, okay, well, let's just do another one. No one's listening, but I know people are. I just forget. So if those numbers start going up, I'll feel better. So you want to make a bald man feel nice? Subscribe.
Rub his head. No. Oh, subscribe.
Good luck, unless you get greasy hand. I hate having oily skin. It's a bastard. So yeah, thank you very much for listening, folks. If you like what we do, you like what we're saying, you can approach us on our social media, which is at Hunting for Funny on all platforms. You can email us some intimate stories if you like, at huntingforfunny@gmail.com, or you can reach us again on the socials. Subscribe on YouTube, like the video, comment below with your top 5 Netflix shows. I'm curious what they're going to be, because it's such a varied choice on Netflix. That I don't know what people are going to put, so jot it down. Yeah,
and I'm looking for stuff to watch on Netflix, so please do comment so I can watch stuff.
Although he's got Terrace House to catch up on. Yes. So thanks a lot for listening, folks, and we will see you all next week, hopefully. Yeah. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.